And now this video we're going to show a different way of joining the top to the rest of the box, and particularly how the top will align with the box. So in the last video we showed the use of these 4 pads as alignment points, and I'm going to delete these so that we can do the different method. So I'm deleting these. Now this is going to create a problem in my assembly, and it's giving me a warning there, partially of that problem. Notice it left the original sketch, as is typical. We can leave that there or delete it, either way. Okay, when I go back to my assembly, since I assembled it using those things I just deleted, it's giving me an error. And I'm doing this to show you how to fix these errors, because this does come up from time to time when you change your mind about the design. So it's saying that 2 of the mate features did not work because I have deleted them. They're not present. Okay, and so you see a bunch of red here and you might start to panic. So let's just think about what happened and fix it. We know the problem is in the mates, so let's open that. And there they are, 13 and 14. The reason all of these are showing up is that each one of them had something mated about it that had to do with the error. But I just need to fix these 2 and the rest will be fixed. So the first one, that 13, remember how we joined the front face of the pad to that purple surface? Okay, so let's go into this one. You could either just delete this completely and remate, or you could edit this one. I'll try it both ways. So we're editing that feature, and it says, sure enough, missing a face. So let's clear this whole box. I usually find that's easier to clear the whole box than it is to start over. And this was the fore aft alignment. So if I click there and there, so now here's another thing that sometimes happens. It mated those, but not in the way I wanted. And the way you fix that kind of a problem is with this little mate alignment button. So if I click this one, it'll do the other way of mating that. Okay, and that's what I want. So I'm going to hit green check to that. And now let's go to the next problem. That's the side mate. And that was mated, of course, to the inside edge of that little pad. So we're going to edit that feature. I'm just going to delete all of these, clear them. And now we need a way of mating the side. Again, it's flipping it. Okay, let's see. So now it's giving me a warning about an error. To prevent mate errors for coincident 13. That was another front to top error. Let me try the mate alignment button. See if it'll stay there, and it will. Okay, so now I think I've fixed that problem. Yep, nothing red. So we're now mated without the use of the pads, and the pads aren't there. So another way of aligning the top with the rest of the box is with little stanchions that are going to come up from either the front and back face or from the side face. I'll do them from the front face just arbitrarily. So I'm going to the front part, and now I'm going to add little protrusions right here. Okay, so it wants a plane, that plane. Now I'm using the rectangle with corners, and that's because I want to grab that corner. And now it found that line. And of course you can make these whatever dimension you feel like. Just for consistency, I'm going to go 0.2. You could either mirror that, or since I only have one more to do, I'll just do another rectangle here. There we go. And I'll make that 0.2 as well. You can make those equal. Okay. Now we're going to extrude that, so exit sketch, 0.11 up. And now I have my little protrusions on the front plane. Okay, so I would go ahead and do those to the back plane. Okay, so I've done it to the back plane simply to save a little time in the video. So you can see there's a protrusion on all four corners, and now I simply need to do the cutout procedure once again to the top. So I'm going to go right click on top, edit part, and we're going to insert a mold cavity. Now it's asking for what are the parts that are doing the that need to be considered to do cutouts to this initial part, and those are the two parts. And we say complete the cavity, and now we have top alignment without any pads. It's a little more work to design, as you can see, and it does change the aesthetic, but it is easier to make. The gluing the pads on precisely is a little bit of work. Okay, so we get out of edit component, and now we're ready. We should probably do one more final inspection. So let's, for example, zoom in on this line. I want to make sure that's exactly a level plane. Yep, because we don't want it to stick up later. And any other checks you want, and then we'll be ready to make our DWG or DFX file.